So basically, it's a big presentation, a lot of time to go through. So we have 6 big concepts, so I hope you guys enjoy. So basically, what we are trying to do today is we're trying to explain few of the concepts, one of the boring subjects known as economics. Bookish in knowledge, you ask anyone around what is economics, they throw out cliche answers from textbooks. So if you ask me what is economics, economics is nothing but whatever is happening in around us, which is like invisible, we don't even know it's happening. So that is economics for you. And like economics, like very inefficient. So they are right for most of the time, but for some time it is very inefficient. So what? So over the past 2-3 decades, a new branch of economics have come out of economics itself, known as behavioral economics. So basically, what is behavioral economics? So it's basically study of an individual or a human being's behavior, wherein you put him into certain situation, how does he respond to the incentives, or how does he respond to fines or thing. So basically what we are trying to pull off here is we are spicing up economics from your college days, trying to explain popular culture of economics through Seinfeld series. So Seinfeld, you guys, if you have gone through all the promo which Shalini sent from yesterday, so it's nothing but a famous American sitcom comedy wherein what happened in US during the early 90s to late 90s, it was explained in this TV series. So what we are trying to do is we have picked up few concepts, around 6 concepts, 3 from normal economics and 3 from behavioral economics, and trying to drive home certain points wherein you can actually take back the situation, wherein you can actually understand in a much simpler way and practical way rather than going through definition and who quoted what. So to introduce, so characters you would all know, that is Jerry Seinfeld, that's Kramer for you. Then we have Ellen and George. So we have 6 scenes wherein each of us will be taking thing. So the first scene will be taking over by Suresh sir. So what happens here is basically in this scene, George has gone out with his girlfriend, and they meet Jerry and Ellen on the way. And what happens is you will be seeing in the video, and the concept will be explained by Suresh sir.
He's got ideas.
I wonder if any woman ever said that about Einstein.
Just call me when the pencil comes in, okay?
Why does Mr. Pitt prefer a pencil to a pen anyway? Hey, look who's here!
Hi, Jerry.
Hi, Julie.
Oh, Elaine, Julie.
Hi.
Oh, hi. Elaine's my middle name.
Oh, mine's Ike.
Hey, you want to get some lunch?
Just had a big bowl of cakes.
Oh, well, that's very mature. What about you?
Oh, please come. Elaine?
No. But maybe you could bring me back something.
Sure, all right, what do you want?
I don't know. A big salad?
But I'm going to the coffee shop.
Well, they have big salads.
I've never seen a big salad.
They have big salads.
Is that what I asked for? The big salad?
It's okay. You can just
No,
forget it.
no, hey, I'll get it. What's in the big salad?
Big lettuce, big carrots. Tomatoes like volleyballs.
All right, so you be upstairs? All right, we'll see you in a little while. Take a shot. Hey, babe. All right, now. Thank you, I got it.
Oh, no, I'd like to pay for
Oh,
mine.
now, Julie, don't insult. You know, what difference does it make who pays for lunch? It's totally meaningless.
Okay, thanks, George.
Here's your big salad to go.
Oh, thank you. Hey. Sorry we're late.
Oh, it's no problem.
Here's your big salad.
Thank you, Julie.
Oh, you're very welcome. So, well, I guess I better get going. Crash me mother to Guggenheim. You sure you don't want to go?
No, you Guggenheim. I'm not much of a Guggenheimer.
You sure, George?
Yeah. You go.
Okay, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Take care now. Did you see what just happened here?
Well, that all depends.
Did you happen to notice that Julie handed the big salad to Elaine?
Yeah, so?
Well, she didn't buy the big salad. I bought the big salad.
Is that a fact?
Yes, it is. She just took credit for my salad. That's not right.
No, it isn't.
I mean, I'm the one that bought it.
Yes, you did.
Don't you think she should have said something?
She could have.
Oh, I know.
Imagine her taking credit for your big salad.
You know, you buy a big salad for somebody, it would be nice if they knew it. Obvious.
Let me ask you a question about the tip cup, because I had a little thing with the calzone guy there this week. I go to drop $1 in the tip jar, and just as I'm about to drop it in, he looks the other way. So then, as I'm leaving, he gives me a look like, thanks for nothing.
You got no credit.
Exactly. It's like I'm throwing $1 away. I mean, if they don't notice it, what's the point?
So you don't make a habit of giving to the blind.
Not bills.
Girlfriend is gone.
So any support required in understanding this video play? Any message, whatever everybody can share this? What is the message you got from this video? Sorry?
You need to get recognized
Okay.
for any kind of over effort or help or work like that.
So looking for recognition. Anyone, sir? Anyone?
Just giving credit to the other person can change his perspective of what we are and how we can encourage them to work.
Okay. Any more message?
You should do whatever only when others are observing.
Okay, what you would like to do when others are observing?
No, whatever from the clip actually, he actually put a tip and no one was observing, so no one noticed.
Okay.
So
Yes, Pramod.
You are doing something for your satisfaction, not necessarily for the.
Okay. So what is the entire concept if you have to rate with the economics? What is the definition or title you give to it? Value perception? Any other choice? In economic sense, what is the definition you give? What is the, how do you define economics? Hope you have heard or gone through some topics on altruism. Altruism? Pramod, altruism? What is this altruism? Fine, that is why we took this topic. I just take 7 to 8 minutes. So what is altruism is, in simple words, 3 words, that's all we can explain, is selfless concern for others. A selfless concern for others. That is what is altruism. So when you try to do something or attempt to do something for the benefit of others, okay, even you perceive that there is a risk in doing so, or there is a cost in doing so, but still you are concerned for the welfare of others, that is what is altruism. Right? So why we took this subject? Generally we believe that human beings are self-interested. Yes or no? How many of you agree that human beings are self-interested? Fantastic. That is why even our regulators are believing that our advisors are self-interested and they are bringing so many regulations to prevent. So I beg to differ with you all who raised your hands that we are self-interested. If we are self-interested, all of us would not have come here. What for you all came here? Are you getting something? Are you getting any benefit? Chocolates? Okay, fine. So though we believe that humans are self-interested, but believe me, research have proven that the first impulse of any human being is to collaborate or cooperate than compete with each other. Are we competing with anybody here? Are we collaborating? The very mission of COFP says that collaborate. Right? So we are not expecting anything in return. There is a cost for us, for every one of us here. This evening is a cost. There is opportunity cost, isn't it? Whatever you're getting by coming here, no money, financial returns. There is an opportunity cost. You know that, but still you are coming here. Perhaps you are risking a client. Client is giving you a call. Now you cannot reach him. You are risking your client. Right? So we are not self-interested basically. The first impulse is to collaborate and cooperate. But this research also says that there is a deeply ingrained tendencies in each and every person to act in either way. It could be altruism or it could be self-interest. But the challenge is in identifying the ways to motivate ourselves to get the best out of our nature. whether you want to be altruistic or self. Nobody can make you, you have to take that decision. Fine, we have understood that everybody is altruist here. Right? You agree with this now? We are not self-interested? Fine. Just again, to take it further, may I request you all to share your experiences where you are altruistic and what is the motive behind that? Anyone? I don't believe that if someone says that we have not done anything good to others, that you are not an altruist in your life. It could be personal or professional life. Take the second time. Think what you have done something good to others without expecting anything. Selfless concern. Selfless concern. Yes, Pramod again.
Yeah, I come from Tirupati, okay, a pilgrim place. So a lot of people come, you know, and when I come back from Tirupati to Bangalore, I meet a lot of people who are asking for money in the bus stand. I lost my way, I lost my purse, whatever it is. So a lot of people I see. So there was one, and it is very difficult to figure out who is genuine and who is, making a profession out of it. So there was once, I pick up typically, late night buses around 11:30. But I reached the bus early. So there was one lady with a small child. So she was telling, I came from so and so place and I don't have money and I have not had food. So I told her, I'll give you money for food. Okay, because I knew that, she was not talking about traveling to some other place. So I went to a nearby small eat out, not a hotel, small eat out. I paid that fellow, told, give them some food. So I think I had no self-interest in that. Yeah, thanks.
No self-interest. Fine. So shall I say that you sympathized with her? Fine. Good. Any other example?
Cross the road. Yeah. Once I saw a blind person trying to cross the road. So just help them, cross the road, right? So that's one.
Good. So you would have felt that what is the difficulty if I were to be in this position? How much difficult I would have faced it to walk the road, isn't it? Fine, you empathized with him, right?
Earlier I worked in a pharma companies. Sometimes when I used to see the doctors, I used to see a lot of patients waiting and sufferings and all. Some people, they didn't had enough of money in the private clinics. I used to direct them to the right doctor and I used to tell them, it will be taken care, you don't wait and waste your time. It was not a self.
Fantastic example, sir. So here you are concerned that the other person's suffering should be less and you are guiding them to a right person. So you feel that morally that's your responsibility to guide a person. Fantastic, right?
When the demonetization happened, I saw a lot of people standing in the queue in ATMs and banks. So what we do is, me along with 2 other friends, we offer water and biscuits to 8 to 12 branches near my office. This is what we did.
So thank you. We got good examples. So if you look at it, for every person who has given this example, there is a reason. It could be out of sympathy, it could be out of empathy, it could be out of concern, it could be out of moral responsibility. So we put in 2 categories, our researchers put in 2 categories. One is out of hedonistic inclinations, which sympathize, empathy, all those things. Other is normative inclinations, where you believe that it is your responsibility morally, socially, whatever it is. So again, I take this group as an example. Okay, I don't think we are sympathizing or empathizing with each other here. We believe that we as a financial planners, we believe that it's our social responsibility or moral responsibility to come together, okay, and collaborate or cooperate with each other. It is also a kind of altruism. So yes, we believe that something in return we get. But does it mean that there is no pure altruism? Have you come across any instances where a person does not expect anything in return? Pure altruism? Feel good factor. Most of the times we are doing this for that feel good factor, right? If you don't feel that goodness, I don't think anybody would do something to others, right? So one of the reasons could be feel good factor. Fantastic. Any other reasons? Out of passion, fine. Could be that I do something good to you and tomorrow you do same thing good to me. reciprocal altruism this is. It's not a pure altruism, reciprocal altruism.
They enjoyed a lot of benefit from others or society. So this is one way of returning back to the society.
So what he gets? Name and fame again.
No, it's not a name or fame.
Or people respect him more.
It's a satisfaction that they are also contributing.
Personal satisfaction, feel good factor. So always whenever we call altruism, there is some kind of motivation, self-interest. But yes, there are certain cases where a person did not expect anything in return. I'll take it to one of the incidents that has happened in Bangalore a few months back. They reported in the papers and media also. One Mr. Harish Ranjappa was driving on Tumkur Road from his native village, around 24-25 years old. Yeah, he is Harish Ranjappa. A speeding truck hit him on the road, and the impact of the accident is such that his body is split into two pieces. And still he is alive. His heart is beating. It is reported in the paper and the media also, print, electronic media also. Unfortunately, the people who have gathered around this incident were busy taking photographs and video. Well, that is a different case why these people did not respond to the suffering of the other person. That is fine. But coming back to Harish Ranjappa, he is screaming for help, begging for help, but people are busy taking the photos and videos for over 20 minutes. It is also reported in the media that at the same time, this person was asking the people who have gathered to donate his organs. Even his body split into two, he is thinking about donating something. What he get out of this in that situation? Empathize with him now. Can you expect anything in return that he will go to heaven? No? I don't think it will be in his mind that if he donates his organs before his heart stops, he will go to the heaven? No? So it's a case of pure altruism. Sir, empathize with him in that situation, how all these thoughts will come. In such situation, first of all, the impulse is to save my life. I am not talking about saving my life. Fine. The question is it a pure altruism or reciprocate altruism? It's a pure altruism. Pure altruism. Okay, this is a one-off case. I think in each one of you, there is a pure altruist. I am sure you would have helped one of your acquaintances who is in financial distress with some monetary support, knowingly that you may not get back this money. Yes or no? Knowingly, you have taken a risk, there is a cost for you. It's also a case of pure altruism. Right. Okay. Fine. So we have understood now what is altruism, what is the motivation behind this. Now let us go little bit, what is science behind this altruism. So we dig into some studies there. One Miss Marsh, who was an associate professor in the Department of Psychology at Georgetown. She is one of the leading researchers into altruism. She did a very interesting study. The reports are there in the public. She identified the volunteers who have donated kidneys to the strangers. Okay, she conducted a study on these volunteers. So first of all, she took the image to measure the size of the different parts of the brain. And these participants were asked to go through a series of computer tests while their brain is being scanned by the functional MRI. In one of the tests, these participants were asked to go through the various emotions, pictures of various emotions like happiness, sadness, sorrow, pain, distress, surprise. And then she studied how this brain reacts to these frames of pictures. If you go again a little bit behind the science, there is a small part in the brain known as amygdala. Amygdala, A-M-Y-G-D-A-L-A. There's a small part in the brain. This part of the brain is nothing but an almond-shaped bunch of nerves which processes the emotions when we come across. And an interesting study, this study found the interesting point that this part of the brain, amygdala, is significantly larger in those volunteers who have donated their organs compared to those who have not donated any organs. So I'm sure everybody here has a significant bigger amygdala. Apart from this, it is also found that this part of the brain, amygdala, is more sensitive when the brain is exposed to the pictures of distress and pain. To prove this, she also done another study on a group of psychopaths, similar study on a group of psychopaths. And it is found that this amygdala in psychopaths is significantly lesser in size and lesser sensitive to this pain and distress. Sorry? Could be. You got the answer. Right? So now the challenge is now, it is within us to find out what motivates us to be an altruist. So that inclination is within us in either way, to be a psychopath or to be an altruist. So coming back and finally, what are the resources or needs required by an altruist? It depends upon the situation, what the study says that. There is a lot of studies with references which I can share with you all. If the person requires to do some good work to others, where he has to risk his life, something what we call heroic efforts, then the altruist must be very brave in doing so, which we have come across. In case of any natural calamities like landslides or floods, there are many people who risk their life to save the life of others. So it requires a bravery. That is what is required there. It depends upon the context. Okay? If you want to help a person who is suffering a lot, perhaps you have to empathize with him, his suffering, and you have to go a personal distress into your life. Right? We have come across in the society where the society is not empathetic to the sufferings of certain set of people. So there are persons who are trying to help this kind of sufferings. So there you need conviction and resilience that yes, what I am doing is right. Right? There are many altruists who are helping the disabled children or could be old age people or orphans. So they believe in that. There is a conviction. And finally, when you believe that, altruism is very difficult to find. You need to have a determination or faith. That is what we all as a financial advisors and planners today it is required, that faith and determination, because we believe that our regulators are not concerned for the welfare of us. So we believe that one day our regulators like SEBI also become altruist. Until then, you continue your faith and determination in your profession. Right? So this is what all I want to say about altruism. Right? Example of selfless concern, which already I have introduced. Now we call the second character